And oh, crikey. It smells a bit like Red Bull, but more purified. So,
really?
Yeah, be careful with this. If you have 2 of these, you will probably have lots of heart palpitations. But one's all right. One will wake you up. And,
Editing is very funny. いつも皆さん、テリチャンネルのテリです。
なのです。
いつも動画を見てくれてありがとう。今日はですね、日本のコンビニで買うべき21の商品のビデオを見ていきます。日本でセブンとかローソンとかファミマとかそんなコンビニがたくさんありますよね。なんでジョージアに一つもないんだろう。はい、皆さんどんなビデオですか？見ていきましょう。1、2、3。Okay.
Aspects of Japanese candy is that they like to combine some kind of medicinal quality into the products. Now, in the US, you have NyQuil.
この英語は it's very hard for me to hear this English. His accent is very
GABA for
strong.
sleep. GABA for sleep.
GABA
This is
for
the one
sleep.
product I'm actually going to save to last, and I don't want to fall asleep and face plant the table and turn into a snoring wreck. But GABA, it is in fact an acronym. Just like the acronym we saw earlier, HCP, except this one is good because it doesn't mean potatoes, chicken and burgers. GABA means gamma-aminobutyric acid. Yeah, my favourite. Gamma-aminobutyric acid is actually a transmitter that sends chemical messages through the brain. GABA inhibits or reduces the activity of neurons or nerve cells. So that's great, isn't it? Who needs drugs in Japan? Well, we've got GABA for sleep. Continuing the theme of chocolate that pretends to be healthy, maybe it is. We'll find out later. Is Libera. For the longest time, I thought that said Liberia, the African nation of Liberia, because one of Japan's other biggest chocolate products is, of course, Ghana, a tribute to the country of Ghana and its cocoa beans. So I thought, oh, it's Liberia. It's not. It's just Libera. So important distinction there. But Libera pretends to be a chocolate that's good for you. It says here, shibo ya to no kyushu osairu, literally reduces the absorption of fat and sugar. You know what? I was going to go to the gym today. Instead, I'll eat Libera. I mean, if you want to reduce the absorption of fat and sugar, maybe don't eat chocolate.
We need to buy this. We need to buy this.
When you enjoy it, as I'm about to do right now. Come in this sort of cube form, little cubes of chocolate. What?
Oh my god, I want it.
Sugar.
I will eat a lot,
good,
but I will disappear.
Because I'm a healthy individual, I'm going to wash down this tasty Libera chocolate with my favourite, Coca-Cola Plus. Don't worry, Coca-Cola is not typically associated as being a healthy drink, right? But this Coca-Cola Plus, which you can only get in Japan and a few other countries in Asia, it's got dextrin in it, a lot of dextrin, which is a dietary fibre. It's supposed to help you not absorb
I've never
fat.
seen such
and it says on the bottle here, one of these a day with your meal, it'll help with reducing fat absorption. So, you know, between this and this, by the end of this video, it's going to be a new man. Who needs less when you've got chocolate and cake?
It's really good for mom, both.
Absolutely.
I want to bring it for her.
For me too.
Avoid that at all costs.
Because I love cola.
Next up, it's time for something
like
good,
mama.
and that is cream colon. Cream colon. It's a clever name because cream colon is actually a medical condition you'll get if you eat too much cream colon. The product becomes the affliction. It says on the box here, fragrant milk, the best kind of milk there is.
Wow.
And,
milk, my favorite after beer.
Adult milk, which sounds very suspicious.
Adultic.
But it's quite common to see that. Otona no chocominto here. This is adult chocolate. It's quite common to see adult being used on branding and marketing of products because it's got a sort of adult taste.
Yeah, it's often. For example, otona no furikake とかそんなものもあります。
But let's dive in. Let's try some otona milk, cream colon. Look at that. It's a nice box design. I like that. Big fan. I mean, it sounds awful, but it does.
Yeah, I love in Japan that everything is opening very easily.
Colon
you don't have to.
Like that. Doesn't sound good, but it tastes really great. Cream colon, definitely get it. Just don't eat too many, lest you get cream colon.
Okay.
The most delicious affliction you can get. Next up, you all know the YouTuber PewDiePie, but have you met his Japanese brother? Genji pie. Yes, that's right, it's Genji pie. Made, as it says here, from the finest ingredients of wheat, flour, margarine, sugar, and more.
more.
The shape reminds me of a sweet what we buy very often in Georgia, but I'm sure it's different.
Pie. And there's not just one Genji pie, there's 28 in one bag. You get more bang for your buck in this Genji pie than you do perhaps in any other product here.
What
I like about them is their heart shape. All the Genji pies in this bag, you will need a new heart. They go hand in hand with cream colon, the ultimate combo. There's cream colon all over the table now. Probably the messiest thing I'll buy today as well. Genji pie.
Wow.
Like a little baked treat.
Genji pie.
I haven't had one of these in years, actually. The only people I see who buy these
are exactly the
shape.
And they put them on the table, so when guests come, you can eat them. But something that's been in that bag probably like 6 months. It does still taste pretty fresh. It's quite soft and pleasant. So do PewDiePie proud. Get him some Genji pie. Continuing along the theme of baked goods for a moment. When I was a kid, one of my favourite things was biscuits, custard creams. 2 little biscuits.
We loved it.
Beautiful, loved it. Had it every day. The perfect dinner. All the nutrition you could want. In Japan, though, custard creams have a rather different name and a rather more exciting name because custard creams are called sugar butter sandtree.
Wow.
Which sounds like the last thing you eat when stranded on a desert
Don't say
island.
that it doesn't look delicious.
Now that is a custard cream. That's sugar butter sandtree if we're going to be pedantic, but it's pretty good. The biscuits are very buttery, and the cream, it's up there with cream colon.
Let's wait for this.
There's a mess all over the table now. When you walk into pretty much any convenience store in Japan, you will come face to face with a fridge filled with what looks like lots of little medicine bottles. And it can be quite intimidating to come to grips with what these things are. You know, for the longest time, I thought they were all medicine of some sort. But the truth is, while many of these items are made by pharmaceutical companies,
this is a snack, but it includes lots of vitamins and this kind of things.
That will get rid of your hangover. And so, it's to this place of magic and wonder that we now turn our attention.
Because I
you're
saw
tired
it in
and you need to wake up in a hurry, you've got no access for whatever reason to coffee or cocaine. What you need is this, or these little bottles here. This is Lipobitan D, and it is all the excitement of Red Bull in a tiny form factor, in a glass bottle.
Yeah, this is energy,
being
for the energy also.
But actually it's incredibly potent. When you drink this, you will be able to see through space and time for about 25 minutes. And then the caffeine and the taurine will wear off. You wish you'd never been born. And oh, crikey. It smells a bit like Red Bull, but more purified. So
really?
Yeah, be careful with this. If you have 2 of these, you will probably have lots of heart palpitations. But one's all right. One will wake you up. And,
Editing is very funny.
Sharp and sour. Next up is Oronomin C. They've all got really awkward names. Lipobitan, Oronomin. But this is kind of a less caffeine-filled drink. It's lots of vitamin C. Basically, if you want a dose of vitamin C, this is the thing you drink. It's got a nice sort of addictive taste. It smells like lemonade mixed with honey, mixed with caffeine. This tries to bill itself as more of a health drink than Lipobitan D. I drink this quite a lot, to be fair, when I need to be pepped up a little bit. It's not as bad as this one, so
what do you
heart
think
palpitations, a nice afternoon. Oronomin C is my preferable.
Nothing good.
Moving on, we do of course have
I
energy
have
jelly.
exactly neither one now in the fridge.
Jelly. Do we drink? Do you eat energy jelly? I'm not really sure what it is. Of all the things you
can
buy in Japanese convenience stores,
this
is probably the thing I've bought the most over the years. When I used to go to school in the mornings when I was a teacher, I would pull in to a 7-Eleven, I would get an iced coffee, and then I would plunge my hand into the fridge and get one of these bad boys. And it's the energy of like an onigiri rice ball, but in a sort of jelly form factor. And of course, it's the inspiration for the great Dr. Jelly, because on the original Journey Across Japan, I basically lived off these things for about 6 weeks. Don't let these be a diet supplement. Don't supplement this for actual healthy, normal, real food, but every now and then, it's quite good. They taste of grapes.
It's fun also when you're eating.
There's even a special energy jelly filled with protein. Protein 5,000. A reference there to the 5,000 milligrams of protein. Not a very nice flavour. Avoid that one. The craziest thing is, despite shouting out all these energy jellies, literally creating a character for them that they could monetize and exploit, they weren't interested. I think
it's very good, for example, when you can't eat meat or this kind of things. You can get energy from here, protein.
Well, Dr. Jelly's a guy, but I'm his manager, so contact me first. Now in a moment I'm going to take one to the tin by drinking
the meat,
one
so I was
cup
always
sake.
drinking
God
this one to
forbid.
get proteins
But
from
before
there.
that,
Oh,
I
this one, I
mentioned
bring
the
it for
bottle
grandma. That
I remember, and I wanted to try it so much.
You drink alcohol. So you'll see a lot of salarymen down these on a night out before they go off and have a hard, heavy night out. This helps you metabolise the drinks quicker, so they pass through you quicker, and you have less of a hangover afterwards. It tastes a little bit like Red Bull, but more bitter.
I need something to have less hangover because
Like
I have hangover
oh
all the time.
oh, it's so bitter. Oh god, this is the super edition. I've got 3 different types of ukonmochikara here. That's autumn flavour.
Let's admit.
And this is chomaksu, which is like fucking super level. So this is like a 7 out of 10. This is like a 12 out of 10. They love doing this with branding in Japan though, to make it seem really powerful and tough. I think for some people it might actually work. It hasn't really worked for me, but then I do drink a lot more than most Japanese folks. Most people in Japan, they get drunk very quickly, so maybe it works if you don't drink that much. Why am I drinking it? Oh yeah, because
maybe you should work
it's time.
on me.
Lord have
Because I
mercy on
don't
my
drink
soul.
much.
This is the bit I've been dreading actually of the entire show.
Size.
Actually no, tell a lie. The onigiri spam edition. That's probably
My
my greatest
love.
fear. Now this is sake in 1 cup. Pretty self-explanatory. It looks like water. You could trick yourself into thinking it's water.
It
But it's
looks
not
like
water. It doesn't taste as good as water. I hate 1 cup sake. The reason it's on the list though is you've got to try it once. You've got to have it one time. Everyone that's come to Japan has to say they've tried 1 cup sake at least once. And fuck's sake. Oh, you know what, I'm going to have the small one.
I will try to.
It's kind of got like a sour, bitter smell to it. And oh, fuck.
His explanation is very good though.
It's
About
not good.
taste and smell
it's
and
like
texture.
someone's put a knife through your tongue and then it sort of works its way to the back of your throat and you start to wish you'd never been born. Oh. Ruin my day even more.
I love his humor.
Premium. Surely it can't be as bad as that one. Be advised, the ring pull thing doesn't really work. It just goes everywhere, all over your brand new table. All right, here we go. 1 cup sake premium. Cheers. It smells slightly sweeter than that one. So, it did say here there's more flavour.
Oh.
I think that's worse. I think it's actually worse. How can that be worse? It's worse. It's like even more bitter. It's, oh, flipping heck. Oh. I want to walk out with something good now. What I've got here is the first drink I ever got truly addicted to in Japan. Yes, that's right. It's CC Lemon. CC Lemon is like the person at the party that brags about getting the nice car. 34 lemons worth of vitamin C.
Oh, 34 lemons worth. I would love this one. If it doesn't have soda inside, I will love it.
The lemons. There's no
lemon.
lemons really, is it? It's just powder. But
Even
anyway,
my mouth got
this is
very
the
sour
drink
now.
I got addicted to in Japan. When I was a teacher, just outside the staff room, there was a vending machine, and this caught my eye.
Oh, CC Lemon, yeah.
My lovely
eye-catching,
vending
isn't it?
machine.
It's bright yellow, lots of lemons, lots of big numbers, 34 lemons. At the time, I couldn't read Japanese. Now I can, and I can tell you that on the bottle, it's got 1% fruit juice in it, 1% lemons. That's not very good, is it? Let's dive in.
Oh,
It's very sweet, very nostalgic.
No,
Well, it's
why?
basically just sugar water.
Because when you open it,
Vitamin C added in.
it's
Healthy? It is not. Delicious? Yes, it is. Now, earlier on we saw adult taste chocolate. But now
There
it's
is many
time for
things
another
which is not good for
intimidating
health,
type of
but it's
candy.
delicious.
In this case, with cola bottles. But not just any cola bottles, because these are cola up the hard.
Go fuck yourself.
They're so hard, apparently. It says here, if you don't like hard gummy sweets, you can fuck off. Don't eat these. It might not say that word for word. This is the guy looking for a fight outside of a nightclub. You stare at him too long, he's going to come for you. That's how I feel staring at this. Intimidated. There's even a scale on the back. Scale that goes from 1 to 5, showing soft to hard. And cola up the hard is so high, it's off the charts. They've created a 5+ scale. I don't know whether to eat it or wear it as body armour. Let's dive in. A tiny cola bottle.
I love
so hard.
cola bottle gummies.
They smell like Coca-Cola mixed with shoe polish. But how do they taste? Let's dive in.
I
Here we
like
go.
this because I can't
Yeah.
drink cola. But with this, I can taste it.
I can't imagine that you don't drink sparkling drinks like beer, like beer, like beer.
Who eats such chewy gummy sweets? Like, oh crikey! It was so chewy that I just gave up and just swallowed the damn thing whole. They are hard.
I eat
Hard
lots of
by name, hard by
Haribo
nature. Cola up the heart.
collaboration gummies.
Go fuck yourself.
My mouth is now very sugary. I want something salty and savoury, and for that we've got one of my favourite snacks in all of Japan, umaibo. Literally tasty.
Oh my! I love this so much.
Absurdly cheap, like 10 cents. And what it is basically a giant bloated Cheeto. So it's just a big cheesy stick. But actually, they're really
yummy.
Nice. And they've got different flavours. So this one's cheese flavour. This one is takoyaki fried octopus ball flavour.
Oh,
this one, salad flavour. Yeah, I'll put that one over there. Oh. This is the one to go for, cheesy flavour. They're great, they're really great, look at this. Imagine the thrills of Cheetos, but reasonably priced and in a cute and convenient form factor. You know, it is in effect just a bloated Cheeto.
Your hands won't get dirty also when you...
Now the next product is technologically incredible. It's up there with the jet engine and the Saturn V rocket and cup noodles. It is Galbo. Now, when I was a teacher, I keep saying when I was a teacher, but a lot of these foods are connected to my first sort of memories living in Japan. And when I was a teacher, in the staff room, in the summer months, it got to about 36 degrees Celsius, and they, for some reason, they just would not put the air conditioning on. They wanted to cook me alive, they wanted boiled British man. I don't know. What this would mean is you couldn't kind of sit at your desk and just leave chocolate on your desk, because it would melt. It would melt throughout the day. Then one day I discovered this, Galbo. It is a chocolate biscuit covered in unmeltable chocolate. Like you can hold this in your fingers, you can put a blowtorch to it, and this shit won't melt.
Wow.
I bought Galbo more
He makes
probably
everything sound
on
so
this table,
like
with the
good.
exception and only now have I read the back and discovered how it's done. Apparently they just freeze dry it. They put the chocolate on and then they freeze dry it, and that makes the chocolate unmeltable. So, when the sun explodes and the world is consumed, Galbo will be left behind, and oh, pretty good. Wow. Genius. Galbo. Got a bit of a wild card option now.
Yes.
I've never had this before, and I was torn on whether or not to put this in the video. It's basically fried cheese with salami in a bag.
Oh my god.
Was it in the fridge? No. It was just on the shelf, and that sent alarm bells ringing, because the idea that something cheesy and meaty isn't in a fridge is a little bit concerning. It'll probably come as no surprise to many of you that I do like baked cheese. I'll do anything for baked cheese. But even I have my limits. Let's do it. It's got like a pizza-style base under there. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. I don't know who that's aimed at. I don't know who would look at that and go, yes, dinner's solved. Because I'm the guy that likes baked cheese more than life itself. But even I have my limits. This is terrible. I do want another bite though. Alright guys, we're in the end game now, and I've saved the best till last. It is onigiri rice balls. As you probably know all too well. What isn't so beautiful,
we ate today exactly
is this. This is spam onigiri.
Yeah, exactly this one I ate today.
You can see there it's got the tuna mayonnaise filling, the spam pork, and the egg.
I love tuna mayo.
I think this is either going to be quite good or really bad, and I don't know which, but I hope it's good. I mean, luckily I've got these to look forward to. We've got these in a minute.
It's not good, it's
and of course, GABA for sleep. But let's dive in. I've seen this on the shelf now for so long, and I've always wondered what it tastes like. So here it is, the moment of truth. Here we go. Initial impressions, not very good. There's rice everywhere. It looks like a small bomb has gone off inside the spam. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
It tastes pretty good. I like it.
The thing with spam is, it doesn't really have any flavour, does it? It's just like a thing, a pink, slightly chewy thing. You know what? It's not bad,
It tastes good.
but it's certainly not good. It's the bit we've all been waiting for, the big one. It's Family Mart chicken, crisps, potato chips, There's even a little illustration on the back
chips.
there showing you how to enjoy them.
My
And
weakness.
of course, like Family Mart chicken, it says right here on the front, I am chicken.
I
like the
am
brand as
chicken.
well. But the moment you open it, you get that beautiful, the smell of the chicken. Oh God, yeah. You can smell the sort of seasoning, like pepper and different spices, and
I got hungry.
And now I am hungry. I need to go to convenience
That's
store
probably-
again.
quite possibly
Maybe we will buy this
the
everything.
best flavoured crisps I've had in my entire 9 years in Japan. That's so good. I'll give it like a 9.9 out of 10. Really good. I hope you've had some interesting ideas for things to try when you come to Japan, though. Obviously, a lot of this stuff you can't get outside Japan, and right now would have been a great time to get a sponsorship deal with one of those snack box companies. Like, I don't know what they're called, but you know the ones. But this video is not sponsored, it's just me in a room, isn't it? So that was a missed opportunity.
Oh my god, it was very good video.
Yummy video.
Everything looked so yummy, and there was many healthy snacks also, which is why I love Japan so much. And after this video, we are going in Konbini to buy this everything.
I was waiting for you to finish your word because I wanted to say same, like I'm ready, let's go to convenience.
では今日のビデオはここまでです。最後まで見てくれてありがとう。次のビデオでお会いしましょう。
またねー。